This is Scott Hicks, Gas and Bullets. I am here at the shop, and I wanted to tell you guys about a program that we're working on. It's called the Inspire Veterans Hobby Shop, and this room is actually occupied at the moment. It will be no longer occupied on the 17th, but this space right here it's like 10 by 20. And we're going to change out the lighting. We're going to put in LED strip lighting all the way down. We're going to put in benches all the way around here. So sorry about the fact that that's an occupied room, but he'll be out of here. That's the owner of the property's son. And so then we've got the tractor. This is a new front end loader we just got, and a post hole digger. This is one of the trailers we have use of. A lot of this equipment's disappearing. This is the backhoe that is going on the tractor. And this is a four-wheel drive, 20 horsepower diesel with four-wheel lockers Kubota tractor. And this will be available to veterans to do projects on their houses, stuff like that. Most of the storage space is being cleared out right now. What's going on is the owner of the property moved to another property, and basically this became my workshop for doing mobile stainless steel welding and commercial appliance repair. But when talking to him, he's another veteran. He's part of our group of veterans trying to make a difference for fellow vets in the area. He said, you know what? He said, you've been wanting to do this veterans hobby shop. Why don't we just clear out all the stuff and you start putting together what you want to put together? I said, all right, done deal. So I'm actually going to be moving on to this property, onto the house that's on this property in about 2 weeks. And we're moving a bunch of this stuff out. Not everything, but we've got a shed space back there. This is our big brush hog for the tractor. So we can go out, and if people have fields they need to get mowed or whatever, a couple of vets can go out, volunteer, do that, help out other veterans. We got materials. I'm building my mobile service trailer right now. We got the big bandsaw. Ooh, spider webs. Got a rototiller for that. There's a lot of equipment here that has to do with the business, but then there's also a lot of stuff here. Like all this stuff is going away because this is probably where the blacksmiths forge, which this is actually the forge body. This right here, there's a blower that attaches to the back. There's ceramic wool and fire bricks that go inside here. This is actually adjustable. You can adjust how much flame you get by changing the number of holes. And we're actually going to make that into a fixed mount thing. This was just portable before so that I could take it places and do things with it. The stainless table staying, so we might end up using a stainless table in the blacksmithing, or not, yeah, not in the blacksmithing, in the lockpicking, reloading, leatherworking, all that kind of room. So I'm going to take you inside the shop here. So we've got vices, presses, drills, saws. That's actually a cold cut saw right there for cutting metal. This area down here, a lot of this is going to be cleared out and sent to the other property where the owner of the building has space, because this is all stock for the restaurant business. And so this stuff's going to come out here, and we're going to have more room for more stuff. We got heat, which is nice because it gets cold. We've actually been cleaning out this area up here, the storage area, because there was a ton of his personal stuff up there, and we took it all out and we're rearranging everything. This is another storage area in the back, but I think we're going to take some of the shelves out of there and make, I'm not sure what area we're going to make out of that space, but we're going to make an area out of that. This is my personal work trailer that I am building right now. Actually got to build the whole back door assembly and all that kind of stuff. But the nice thing is all the tools in this shop, everything that's here, we have the freedom to use for anything we want to work on. And we've got jacks, and we've got, you know, lots of automotive tools and stuff. And we've got an indoor space. So once my trailer's done and out of here, then we can actually pull people's vehicles in, help them work on their vehicles, as long as it's not a super long-term project, because we wouldn't want to clog up the space. But this whole shop is getting all revamped, and a lot of the general stock and equipment and stuff that's not related to what we're going to be doing here is going to go to the other facility. And we do actually have 2 sets of doors, roll-up doors. Once we change the shelving around, we'll be using that side more and getting these things out of here. So that opens up to this. That's the house I'm going to be living in. And then we've got this nice big gravel area that we can work on stuff. As you can see, there's a big concrete pad. That's another one of our trailers. That's just a roll cage for a truck sitting on top of it. And then we've got a separate entrance. So we got one entrance down there, and this is actually the entrance for the shop. So people can come up here and stay up here, and that separates things out. We're actually going to be taking these big ramps that are right here and cutting them up and making flip ramps for the big flatbed trailer. And then if we need to move a vehicle or something like that, we can do that. I was talking about in that room in there, that's going to be kind of the clean room, so to speak. So like dirty things aren't happening in there other than reloading, but this is one of the leather tool sets for doing leather work and whatnot. There's all kinds of leather stuff in there, lots of patterns and different dyes and things like that. And then this is my other leather set. Got all kinds of different leather working stuff inside there. So that's going to have a leather working station. We're going to set up a sewing machine. So there's a station that people can sew stuff if they need to put patches on things or, you know, fix jeans or whatever. If they don't own a sewing machine, they can come over here and do it. The whole concept is to get veterans with other veterans in a space working on things. We're going to do classes on locksmithing, blacksmithing, blade making. A lot of guys want to learn to make knives, so we're going to do Damascus steel and we're going to make knives. But we also want to do like lockpicking competition stuff, because that's something that even our wheelchair-bound veterans can do, as long as they have use of their hands. So we're going to try and make it fully accessible for wheelchairs. We've got one guy that's in a power chair that's a big guy, and I'm going to use him as the template basically to make it accessible, because if he can fit, anybody can fit. So anyways, this is the shop. This is what we're working towards putting together, like I said, over the next 2 weeks. We're clearing a lot of stuff out and rearranging things, and that'll progress over the summer. As soon as the 17th comes and that room's vacated, I'm going to bring over a huge oak desk that's the reloading desk. It'll have all kinds of reloading equipment in it. And then we're going to, as we get donations of different equipment, we're going to set it up and give it its own space. And, you know, if manufacturers or individuals or companies want to donate anything to the project, you know, this is just going to be here for veterans to come and do what they need to do. It's not going to be a 24/7 space. A lot of it will be on the weekends and in the evenings, because I've got to work too in order to make money for my family, and if I'm not making money, none of this is possible. But huge thanks to Jim Dimmick of Advantage Restaurant Repair for giving us the use of the space and all the tools. If it wasn't for that, this wouldn't be an option. At some point in time, this property may sell, and if it does, we're actually going to build a much bigger shop, probably a 3,000 square foot shop on whatever property he ends up buying, and then we can really isolate rooms even more, or set up more stations for different things. But it's all to give back to veterans like myself and my buddies that, we don't all have the stuff that we need to get things done in our life. And if we can put it all in one place and let guys come and use it, that's awesome. If we can teach people new things, that's great. I've been doing PTSD outreach and talking to guys and just basically giving them the opportunity to vent and let loose of a lot of their anxiety, stresses. One veteran we're working with right now, basically it's kind of getting him on track. It's going through a list of a lot of different issues that he has going on and breaking them down one step at a time and helping guide him through those things. And he trusts us because we're fellow veterans. And a lot of us have been through the same things that he's going through right now. So this isn't a 501c3. It's not a technical nonprofit organization. It's a group of vets getting stuff done. And that's the way I've always done it. That's the way I'll continue to do it. If a company, if they have to have a tax write-off or something, well, okay, you don't have to donate. In my situation, it would take more time and money to create a 501c3 than it would be worth. Then you have to have all kinds of different steps you have to go through for everything. So anyways, that flag over there is going to go up on the wall. That was actually the thing in front of it was a special recognition placard from 2014 from Rat Rotorama that was handmade for whenever I made my trip around the country and spoke in the Senate and Congress and all that kind of stuff. And I love that thing. It's awesome. Anyways, if you're interested in being part of what we're doing and you want to donate products or whatever, we're going to have local people that we're going to be outreaching to come and help do classes and things. We've got a bladesmith that is talking about coming over once we get the blacksmithing forge set up to help guys learn from a professional, somebody that does things really well. I know a couple of the guys at the locksmith shop locally that would love to come over and do that. And so, I personally enjoy playing with locks. I enjoy playing with metal. I enjoy playing with tractors and all that kind of stuff. So it's fun for me just as much as it is therapy for these guys. And the opportunity to help them improve their lives. If you don't realize why locksmithing would be important to veterans, we're all about having a secure life. And security is, in America, pretty crappy. The locks are horrible. I went to the hardware store yesterday and all they had was master locks. And I was like, I don't want to buy any of these things. So I know we can pull cores, repin, make some tougher security locks and stuff for people. And that just gives them a little bit more peace of mind, allows them to rest a little easier knowing that while somebody could kick in a door still, if they don't reinforce it, the chances of them picking their way into the house or bump key or whatever isn't going to happen. And so that's part of why we're wanting to create this lock station for doing that type of stuff, and why we want to do competition, because it's anybody that has manual dexterity in their hands can pick locks, and it'll be a lot of fun to put a group of guys together, give them all identical locks, and time it, and get them going. It should be a lot of fun. So if you want to support and be part of it, you can email me at inspireveterans@gmail.com, and that's inspireveterans@gmail.com, and talk to me. Tell me what you're thinking. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. See you later.